a do battle between the Houston Texans and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59. Hey, that's good, that's it. Mike part 9.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the pass. Leo.
They'll try the left side. O'Neal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
36, pull it high.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Texans.
Here we go. 50, plant. Ricky. Alert 3. Pilot, 64, weak. 5. Get it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker.
Slam. Check nickel.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Go, boys.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Ready, ready.
March 47. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Kill, kill, kill.
Hey, lock it.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the set.
47. Check, check, 47. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Slam, slam.
What? Squeeze. Now.
On 2nd down, O'Neal. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Check, check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe...
And it's a fumble, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Let's go now. 59. Touchdown. 59. Time to go. Night, night.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
61, matchbox, lights. Rock it. Be driven.
On 1st down, O'Neal. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, Sam off.
Watch
General West.
Safety's creeping. He's crashing.
Hey, dude.
Hey, check right. Watching it fly. Here we go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
On 3rd down, O'Neal. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First down, Texans.
All day, baby, all day.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Break. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Here we go. Small.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This complete to Martin. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
X3. 218. Chop.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Snap.
A run here with Pierce. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here comes the ball. I see you, boy. I see you.
Ready.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Recon. 132 fighter. Fire.
They'll run. This is Pierce. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 38.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Let's go.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Check.
Man.
Check 26. Check 26. Switch.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A toss play, Gordon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Get him, boy! Get him!
2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
59, Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 59 is Mike. 59.
To throw again, Jackson. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd down now, O'Neal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Got it.
Mike, 27. Rip right.
Get it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Khalil Mack in there for a big milestone in this game. That's sack number 198 of his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer Reggie White for 2nd place all time. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Out.
Check safety. Check 37. Check 37. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, alert 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. O'Neal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Protein spill.
Squeeze, double. You got tight right there.
Snap.
And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their deep.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Able to get there and pick it. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
Let's go, let's go!
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Now Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Here we go. Here we go.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Lions' 25-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. O'Neal. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come on, let's go. Shit.
They'll keep it on the ground. O'Neal. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 23 yards the pickup there. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clayton. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33. To throw again is Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. 30. Past the 20. And this results in 6. Touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. What a spin. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Jackson now down around his goal line. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Here's Jackson on third and long. He's going to launch this thing way down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Here's Jackson to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, switch gears.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Watch a slant. 80 weapon.
They'll run on 1st down. O'Neal. Oh, nice move. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th, and the Lions will take over.
Watch the run. Undercrush.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 6-6. Pull it high. Get it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll try the left side. O'Neal. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll keep it on the ground. O'Neal. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On 1st down, O'Neal. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
It's a gain of 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 7.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone